How you guys doing? What's going on? And welcome to the Messy Sweet Spot. But when I tell you, guess who's going off on Shannon Sharpe, you guys? That's right, Katt Williams. Katt Williams, he is going off again. And you know why? Because Katt Williams have warned Shannon Sharpe this was coming. Shannon Sharpe, he has lost his whole career. Everything has crumbled in, what, 2 weekends? And Katt Williams told him, you know, if you get with these young white girls, this will be your downfall, okay? And y'all have to hear what Katt Williams had to say in this video. The stuff that I was hearing, I was kind of shocked. I was taken back. You know, what? All right, so make sure you guys like, share, subscribe here at the Messy Sweet Spot. I am your host, Miss Gigi. Some people out here calling me Miss Messy, but I ain't nothing but sweet, damn near delicious if you're asking me. All right, so check this video out. Let's see what's really going on, okay?
And the fact that an upstanding and righteous gentleman like yourself is in that position with the only thing trying to be righteous in our lane is just more machinations of the devil. You should have a much better backstory when you pick me as an opponent.
You know what, man? I'm glad you at least, addressed it, because
when you talk to him and tell him what the truth is, he won't be able to refute it. I told you earlier, he doesn't know this.
Katt Williams just came out and straight up confirmed those wild allegations against Shannon Sharpe, and the internet is straight up losing it. Shannon's been out here battling for his reputation these last few days, but now Katt's throwing major shade, and it's about to get way worse for him. So here's the deal. Shannon got hit with a lawsuit just days ago by a woman claiming he allegedly laid hands on her while they were dating. And this right here might just be the start of Shannon's big-time downfall. He's been scrambling to fight off this case. But honestly, it's not looking too good for him at all. And guess what's making it even worse? Katt Williams pulling up with that loud, "I told you so" energy, throwing support against Shannon like it's nothing. And word on the street, Katt's low-key threatening to drop even more spicy tea on Shannon. And you know when Katt talks, it gets wild. Let's get into this madness. Katt is clearly loving every second of Shannon's legal mess, and he's not even trying to act cool about it anymore. Folks been whispering about some beef between Katt and Shannon for a while now, ever since that viral Club Shay interview. And now, Katt's done playing nice. What's really crazy, that interview broke records. It's the most watched video podcast on YouTube. You'd think they'd be tight after that, right? Nope. They're not cool at all. That explains why Katt's sitting back, enjoying the drama like it's a front row seat at a boxing match. Streets are saying Katt's been telling people Shannon always gave off a weird vibe, and he had his doubts even back when they did that interview. Katt's out here making it sound like he knew something was off all along, and now he's acting like these allegations might actually have some truth to them, which is crazy, considering how messy all this already is. So, what exactly are these explosive allegations? And what's Katt Williams convinced is 100% real? Let's break it down. The lawsuit came from a woman named Gabriella Zuniga, who says she was just 19 when she started messing with Shannon in 2023. Meanwhile, Shannon was 54. Yeah, you read that right. This already looks real bad for Shannon. Like, what was he thinking getting involved with a teenager?
Feel better about herself when they come home at night. That's what Shannon needs. You don't need no 26-year-old girl. You don't need no 36-year-old girl. I know. This is your auntie talking to you. Take your old ass and get your old out there that can love you old. You're trying to hang out with these young, you can't do it, Shannon. You just can't do it. Dang. They want you to go for the 4th round. You looking at her, listen, I need you want some money to go to stuff.
For some extra context, Shannon's youngest kid was about 29 or 30 at that time. So yeah, Gabriella was a whole decade younger than Shannon's youngest child. Sure, it might have been legal. Gabriella was technically an adult, but let's be real, this got major grooming vibes. And it's just straight up weird. But that's not even the half of it. Gabriella came through with some seriously shocking claims in her lawsuit. First off, she tried to stay anonymous by filing as Jane Doe. She didn't want her name out there. But Shannon and his legal team, they went ahead and named her directly in their public statements. Like, why would they do that? Something's definitely shady about that move. Now, in her lawsuit, Gabriella accuses Shannon of manipulating and controlling her. And it gets way darker. She says he assaulted her from behind in October 2024 and again in January 2025, while totally ignoring her begging him to stop. The lawsuit is packed with disturbing details about threats and physical abuse. She's saying Shannon straight up refused to take no for an answer, even while she was crying and screaming. She claims they met at a gym in LA and had what started as a consensual relationship for about 2 years. But then things turned ugly. She says his whole vibe changed. He got mean, and he allegedly even threatened to end her life. When Gabriella tried to reach out for help, she claimed Shannon wouldn't even let her share her location with friends. That's not all. She also accused him of secretly recording their private moments without her even knowing, saying the tapes were just for his personal use. But get this, she says he actually shared those videos with his friends more than once. Now, Shannon wasn't about to sit back and let his name get dragged through the dirt like that. Nah, he came back swinging, hard. His lawyer dropped a heavy statement, trying to flip the whole script. And in that statement, he went all out, dropping transcripts of some wild texts that Gabriella allegedly sent him. Warning, these messages are crazy graphic. In the text, she supposedly said stuff like, "I want you to put a dog collar on my neck and choke me with it while you're effing me." Then she went on, "I know you missed this big juicy $25,000 for each cheek. Only if you put that baby gravy in me, then you can do whatever you want to me." And it gets even wilder. "I want to put my tongue in your a-hole and then marry you."
Hey, Tony, instead of releasing your edit, put the whole video out. I don't have it, or I would myself. You know what happened, and you're trying to manipulate the media. The encounter in question took place during the day at her invitation, and now that appears to be a deliberate setup, coordinated by Gabby, also known as Carly on OnlyFans. Gabby and Tony Busby want $50 million. What they're getting is sued for defamation and trying to take me down. My career is all about real talk and honesty. I know my family and fans know exactly what this is about. And I'm going to be out there telling you whatever I need to say, just like I always do. I love all you guys.
"That's my daddy. I want you to put a big black baby in me. You better crave it, because you're going to be stuck with it for life after you put a big black baby in me." Like, what? This is on another level. It's just too much. Now, I warned you this was graphic, but seriously, what's with the whole obsession over this big black baby thing? It's definitely giving off some weird vibes, especially since Gabriella is white. This whole situation got people thinking Shannon might be into some race play. But honestly, that's a whole other can of worms. And we're not even about to open that right now. But let's keep it moving. Shannon's not backing down without a fight. In his official statement, he fired back, saying that Gabriella Zuniga's lawsuit, cooked up with her lawyer, Tony Busby, was nothing more than a straight-up money grab. According to Shannon, this whole thing is just a shady, desperate attempt to squeeze millions out of him with a bogus settlement. Shannon claimed Gabriella tried to hit him with a secretly recorded video of one of their private moments. Yeah, one of those moments. But here's the twist. His team says that video, totally edited and twisted to make it look like something it wasn't. They say the tape was cut up to flip a consensual act into something non-consensual. His statement didn't hold back, saying the facts are clear. This was a grown-up relationship full of role-playing, explicit talk, and fantasy stuff, all requested by Gabriella herself. Shannon's camp says that edited tape, plus some text pulled way out of context, was all part of her plan to make it seem like he was doing something wrong. But Shannon, he's denying it all, straight up. He says there was zero coercion, no misconduct, and he's calling the essay claim a gross lie, and he's not playing around either. He's refusing to give in to what he says is blackmail, and he's ready to fight hard in court to clear his name. Shannon says he's standing by the truth and is ready to take this all the way, looking to get cleared through the law and real facts. Oh, and it gets even messier. Shannon dropped a video saying that Tony Busby, the same lawyer who came after Jay-Z with an essay lawsuit, is now blackmailing him. Shannon claimed Busby was about to leak an audio clip meant to make him look bad. But guess what? He says the whole thing is taken way out of context. And it doesn't stop there. Shannon also dropped a bomb, claiming Gabriella and her lawyer, Tony Busby, were trying to hit him for a crazy $50 million in their lawsuit. Yeah, $50 million. But hold up. Tony Busby wasn't about to stay silent. He clapped back hard, claiming that Shannon actually tried to pay Gabriella off first. According to Busby, Shannon offered her a whopping $10 million during mediation to make all this disappear before she could file anything. Busby spilled all the tea, saying, "Back in early February, our office reached out to Mr. Sharpe for Jane Doe to set up a meeting. After multiple talks, they agreed to mediation. Shannon had different lawyers repping him during that process, and it went on for over 6 weeks. He went on to claim that by the end of it, Shannon made a huge offer to settle, but Gabriella turned it down and went ahead and filed the lawsuit anyway. And then Busby came for those wild texts Shannon's team released saying they were old. He said every text that Mr. Sharpe's lawyers put out today, supposedly from Jane Doe, was sent before the alleged assaults even happened. According to him, the texts were just a distraction to take attention away from Gabriella's serious claims. And he wasn't having it. He made it clear it won't work. But Busby didn't stop there. Nah, he brought more receipts. He dropped an audio clip where Shannon could be heard threatening to choke Gabriella. And in another recording, Shannon allegedly made a disturbing comment about a big black guy choking a small white woman. This is looking real bad for Shannon now. After dropping that chilling audio, Tony Busby didn't hold back. He said, the contents of this clip are definitely not playful. They're disturbing and dangerous. According to Busby, the audio makes it crystal clear how Shannon treated Jane Doe, pushing her to the point where she had to flee Nevada just to get away and block him from her life. And Busby wasn't done. He doubled down on the claim that Shannon tried to throw $10 million at Gabriella to make this all disappear. He called Shannon out, saying, on one hand, Mr. Sharpe and his team want to act like this lawsuit has no merit. But on the other hand, they're the ones who offered Jane Doe $10 million in writing to keep quiet. Busby said straight up, yes, Jane Doe was offered $10 million, but she turned it down and chose to fight this in court instead. Now, Busby says Shannon's team is trying to flip the script, discredit Gabriella, and even dox her. And not just her, they're coming for Busby too. But he's not backing down, saying, we're not going to be scared off by these dirty tactics. But hold up, Shannon's lawyer wasn't letting any of that slide. He fired back, accusing Gabriella of being nothing but greedy. Why? Because word is Shannon's about to sign a $100 million media deal any day now for his Club Shay Shay podcast. Right after Shannon's deal with Colin Cowherd's Volume Podcast Network ended, things got even messier. His lawyer came out swinging, saying Gabriella knew Shannon was about to lock in a major contract, and she pounced on that info. He called it straight up, this is a classic case of blackmail. She waited for the moment with the most leverage and made her move. But that's not all. Shannon's team also exposed Gabriella as an OnlyFans creator. Yeah, they put it all out there, saying she's been making money off role-playing and fantasy content with men who pay her online. Shannon's lawyer said, it's a fact. She started charging Mr. Sharpe for the same stuff. This is who she is. I'm just stating facts. She's on OnlyFans and makes cash doing role-play. But guess what? Busby clapped back again, saying Shannon's whole aggressive strategy was about to blow up in his face. He fired off, Mr. Sharpe's hard-hitting tactics will backfire. Ms. Doe is not scared of the truth. She depends on it. We're ready to show the evidence where it counts. In court, where the truth matters more than some desperate PR spin from a sports icon. Yo, this whole thing is a total disaster. Fans are straight up divided on this mess. On one side, people are side-eyeing Tony Busby because, let's be real, his rep when it comes to SA lawsuits ain't exactly squeaky clean. Don't forget, he's the same lawyer who went after Jay-Z last year, accusing him of some wild stuff like allegedly messing with a 13-year-old at a VMA after party back in 2000. That last lawsuit, yeah, it ended up getting dropped and dismissed. And to make things even messier, another Jane Doe came forward claiming Tony Busby had straight up lied to her too. Jay-Z even turned around and countersued Busby for defamation and extortion. And let me tell you, that whole situation was a hot mess. So now, with Busby pulling up on another successful black man, fans are definitely giving him the side eye, wondering if maybe this whole extortion game is just his little side hustle. But here's where it gets tricky. Some folks are saying, wait a minute, Shannon's known to be freaky docky in the bedroom. And while there's a huge difference between being freaky and SA, people are out here wondering if those lines might have blurred. The streets are buzzing and the debate is on. Fans are totally split, but you know who's loving Shannon's drama? Allegedly, Katt Williams. Yeah, this might sound wild, but word is, Katt's low-key enjoying watching Shannon's world fall apart. The beef between them, it's been brewing for a minute now, ever since that Club Shay Shay interview blew up. Things really popped off when that podcast went crazy viral. And after that, Katt found himself catching heat from a bunch of black entertainers, especially other comedians. And honestly, you could see why. Parts of that interview had Katt looking real salty, like he was airing out some old grudges he'd been sitting on. During that sit-down with Shannon, Katt didn't hold back. He went full-on confessional, dropping bomb after bomb on celebs, no filter, no chill. Katt wasn't tiptoeing around a thing. He jumped headfirst into the drama. No filter, no holding back, just straight shots. While the internet was dying laughing, the celebs he dragged, yeah, they weren't laughing at all. Let's be real. Nobody wants their secrets thrown out for the world to see. And Katt came through like he'd been waiting years to drop all that tea. He unloaded on everybody like he had the receipt stashed away just for the perfect moment. And Shannon Sharpe handed him that moment on a silver platter. But yo, the fallout from that interview, it was a straight up mess. Both Shannon and Katt got hit with serious hate, but Katt caught the worst of it. One of the first to come for them, none other than Dave Chappelle. And he did not hold back. Dave called them out saying, "What part of the game is this?" He ate the ninjas, but didn't say a thing about any of those white boys. None of them act like that. Katt's one of the best painters out there, so why is he painting these ugly pictures of us? Dave wasn't feeling it. He said, hurt people, but I'm a hurt person who never hurt others. And he does it all the time. Dave even accused them of trying to tear down successful black men, saying, "If I told my story, it would break your heart. I lost everything and never snitched on anybody." He's out here acting like he's the truth teller. Then Dave hit him with the real talk. "Katt, listen, I rock with you, but bruh, tell me what part of the game is messing up another ninja's paper? What part of the game is about telling on another ninja?" At first, all the heat was on Katt. People were calling him bitter, saying he was making stuff up and that he was the real issue. They branded him a hater, trashing him for the way he came off in that viral interview. But then Monique stepped into the club's spotlight, and suddenly everything flipped. Now folks started giving Shannon Sharpe the side eye, realizing he was the common thread in both of these messy interviews. And in true Club Shay Shay fashion, Shannon deflected. He basically tossed Katt right under the bus, acting like it was all on Katt. Shannon played it cool, painting himself as just the chill host, going with the flow. He claimed Katt was the one stirring the pot, and he was just riding the wave, playing off whatever Katt brought to the table. But here's the thing, Shannon had already been feeling some type of way about all the backlash. In his mind, he was just doing his job as a host, asking the questions, and letting the guests talk. He didn't make Katt spill the tea, didn't push him to say anything crazy. So why was he catching so much heat? And honestly, I kind of get where he's coming from. But word is, behind the scenes, Shannon's been venting hard. According to someone close to the situation, he's pissed that Katt's bombshell interview blew his whole show off track. What was once seen as a real, credible platform for honest convos. Now folks are calling it a circus. Shannon started stressing that all this chaos could mess up his chances of landing big-name guests in the future, and he wasn't shy about putting the blame right on Katt's shoulders. But to make things even spicier, Shannon began throwing doubt on whether Katt was even telling the truth during that interview. Still, he tried to play it safe, claiming that Katt had promised him everything he said was 100% facts. Shannon stood firm, saying he never forced Katt to say anything. It was all Katt's idea, all his words. But you already know, Katt wasn't about to just sit there and let Shannon throw him under the bus like that. That move created some serious tension between them, and things haven't been the same since. Now, despite the drama, Shannon's podcast managed to stay afloat. It's actually been doing pretty well. But let's be real, nothing has come close to the messy levels of that Katt Williams interview. And if there's one thing everybody knows about Katt, he's got a long memory. So now that Shannon's caught up in this South African drama, let's just say Katt ain't exactly crying for him. Nope, Katt's out here being as petty as ever. I wouldn't be surprised if he's somewhere saying, "You gotta tell him no, you gotta tell him no," mocking Shannon right back. But yo, I gotta hear what you think about this